What's going on, everybody? I'm going to get back into working on the deck now. As you can see, I've got 4 piles of 6 cards. So I've got my 24 lands. I've got 6 each here in swamps, and then 6 in green, giving us 24. I will probably be reducing this pile as we start adding in more creatures. So I'm going to go through, and for sure I know some of the cards I want. I want this Vampire Nighthawk and these bats. Here's the other 3 of those. So, Vampire Nighthawk, as we said before, flying, death touch, and lifelink, and he's a 2/3 for 3. So he's kind of medium defender, and would be a pretty good attacker. And then on my Blood Hunter bats, when they enter the battlefield, player loses 2 life and I gain 2 life. So I'm for sure going to have them in. They're going to be my flying defense and kind of my late game creatures, I guess you could say, are kind of mid-range, more or less. When he enters the battlefield, I return target creature from the graveyard to my hand. That is going to be very handy, and since that's what I want to be doing, I'm going to have 2 of him. This Escaped Null. Lifelink, and then he gets that bonus. I'm going to throw 2 of them in for now. So what does that put us at? 4 here. We got our 6 in that pile already. Falcon Wraith Noble, I'm playing him for sure. And let's see. Infectious Host. I'm going to throw Tormented Soul in that pile as well, so that should give us 6. 2 Escaped Null, 2 Gravediggers, and then 2 other ones, so that's a total of 6. We're up to 12. Where did I put all my other cards at? Okay, I must have misplaced my other cards. I'm going to be playing 2 Infectious Hosts. When he dies, player loses 2 health. Driver of the Dead. When Driver of the Dead dies, I can grab another zombie creature. Another target creature, doesn't matter. Just 2 or less mana cost. And the demon. Apologize, I moved my cards over to my desk and I forgot to bring them back. So what does that give us up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 5 here. Let's see what we got. None of these guys are really duplicates. I'm gonna throw this guy in. This guy's got Undying, Butcher Ghoul. He's a 1/1 for 2. Just kind of an early game, get him out there. And a lot of those cards are kind of expensive, and I've been wanting to play a lot lower creatures. So let's see, 1, 2, Highborn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll throw Knight of Infamy. Well, let's going to throw him off to the side. So I'm going to have to really do some reducing here because I've got 24 and 24, and that's not going to work out. So first of all, let's get into our enchantments and everything else. This one right here, I'm going to throw this one into my sideboard. Because it doesn't really make a difference. Creatures with flying can't block creatures you control. It's not really that important unless you're really playing against like a white angel deck or something that's got a lot of flying, so we're not going to worry about those. Otherwise, I'm going to throw these other 3 in: Skeletal Grimace, Trollhide, and Rancor. Let's see, here's my sorcery. These are my instants, actually. I want to play with 4 murders, I think, or maybe 3. I'm going to play 3 murders. I'm going to put the rest of these in: Undying Evil, Grave Purge, and Necrobite, along with 3 murders. Gives us a total of 6. And I'll throw this other murder in my sideboard as well, or I'll at least take a look at it. Depending on how much it comes up, you might not need it. Like I said, I haven't actually tested this yet. I for sure want to play, Ghoul Colors Chant, because I can bring back 2 zombies. Rise from the Grave, that's also a good one. I would actually they go straight to the battlefield with Rise from the Grave versus Ghoul Caller's Chant. They just come back to your hand. However, I would rather play 4 Ghoul Caller's Chant if I could, because I could bring back, it's only 1, and I could bring back 2 zombies instead of 1, since 90% of my creatures are zombies. So this one could be kind of taken out. Let's see, what do we got? Grave Exchange. I bring 1 back and target loses 1. And these 2. So between Rise from the Grave and... Oh, I didn't see this. Put a target creature card from a graveyard. So it doesn't need to be your graveyard. So you'll have to keep that in mind. If you're playing against an opponent with really big creatures, it would be nice to steal one. And this one is just from my graveyard. And it makes them sacrifice a creature. So I might play this one instead for now and sideboard Rise from the Grave. Essence Drain, deal 3 damage, gain 3 damage. Yeah, kind of hard to say. I think I'm going to scrap these 2 and sideboard them, or consider them for the sideboard, and take a look at the artifacts first, because I've already got a lot. Ghoul Caller's Bell, I think I'm going to throw that one out. Each player puts their top card from the library into the graveyard. Not really super important. I'm not really trying to mill. Same thing with the Gilded Lotus. It gives me 3 mana of any color. I've got the color I need with the forests, so I should be okay there. And most of the cards only need 1. It's just I want to be able to draw them. So the Mask, the Shield, and the Cellar Door. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. How many did I have down here? I think I only had 3. I'll play these 3 right here, mixed in with my sorceries. Then I'll have 6 there. And so what I'm going to need to do, so I've kind of got my sideboard is growing slowly. This was my sideboard, I believe. I was kind of losing track of my sideboard. We have these guys, they're kind of possible. Yeah. So we're not going to worry about those guys. This guy would be nice to have in. He's 2-1 for 2, and he's got protection from white. I think we'll sideboard him for now, just because, like I said, unless we're really playing against a lot of white and a lot of flying, we're not really going to need that. Okay, so 24, 24, 18. We need to get rid of 1 pile. So usually what I do at this stage is kind of go through and say, okay, I think I can kind of get rid of stuff. I think I'm going to get rid of these lands. I don't really want to get rid of all of them, but, you know, I think I would probably be okay with only 18. Is there any of these duplicates I could probably get rid of? I could probably drop one of these guys because I don't know how well he's going to play. I think he's a cool concept, though, so we'll see. And then if I throw an enchantment on this guy, he should be pretty good. Butcher Ghoul I could probably get rid of. I can probably get rid of Renegade Demon, or possibly these 2 guys, because they're not zombies, so they're not really being benefited there, unless I do end up throwing in that dual red and black vampire here, where they get first strike and have 1/1, and I'd really like to throw him in. But for now, it's not really a zombie deck, or a vampire deck, so we're going to leave that. And I think I just really like his ability. Tormented Soul. He's unblockable. He's 1/1 for 1. He's unblockable, but I don't think I'm really going to need to worry about them being unblockable. So I'm gonna sideboard him for now. And I'm going to have to go through and clean up the sideboard because they've got more than 15 in there already. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me throw one of these guys in. Throw a Walking Corpse on top of there. Those are staying for sure because I really like having those flying cards, because those flying cards are really mess you up when you're playing. I had a green deck and they were just kicking my butt because I could not do anything against the flying creature. I didn't have hardly any lands. Drop 3 lands. I can put 3 guys on there, so I can go 1, 2, 3, at least 1 of each for sure. I can put those guys there. So right here, overall, we do have 60 cards, 24, 18, and 18. We're down to 12, 18, 21 lands, and depending on how it plays, I'm not sure. I'm going to keep these guys out, and I will do a test hand. Yeah. Throw these guys onto the sideboard for now. Lands don't really make a difference because you can always pull those out from wherever you need to. But I am just going to count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I've only got 3 here. 1, 2, 3. This is 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. That means 2 of my cards can come back. I've only got 3 here. I can get 1, 2. Oh, it would be really nice to play some of those other ones. I really want to be playing creatures though, is kind of the deal, because creatures really bump it up. I'll throw Tormented Soul in there for now. Gonna clean this up a little bit. So that should be 6, so 3 and 6. This should be for sure, because I know I only had 3 of each of those. And so yeah, this is a pretty good way to check and see how you're going to be doing for your lands, and it's a nice way to get your proportions on your lands too, because you can say, hey, I got this many lands and creatures and sorceries, and you can kind of you could sort these again by cost as well if you wanted to, and then you'd be good. I mean, you can really just, like I said, you can just see what's going on. And it's also easy to mix them up then too, so I'm going to throw these all together. Try and get them as random as I can, because shuffling is always a pain when you've got them sorted. You're pulling 5 lands in a row and you're just like, oh, come on. So hopefully, this is going to be kind of a cheap deck. Cheap in probably both ways. The fact that it's just going to be unrelentless, and I don't think unrelentless is a word. Relentless, unrelenting. Yeah, it's just going to be so ridiculous, because it's just going to be creature after creature coming out. And they're not going to be that strong, but they're really going to be just eating away at them. So, that's kind of what I want, and I just want to be able to bring them back right away from the graveyard. 2 cards that I want to get my hands on that I haven't been able to yet. Gravecrawler and Geralf's Messenger. Gravecrawler is a 2/1 for 1, and he can't block, but you can cast him from the graveyard for 1 black. So really, you're just punching away every single time. And I have that one vampire, this guy actually right here. That's funny. Whenever a creature dies, target player loses life and I gain a life. So you can just come out and pound on them with that thing and just keep bringing them back, and they're not even going to stand a chance. And then Geralf's Messenger is a 2/2 for, I think, 2 or 3, maybe 4. He might be a little bit more expensive, but he's so good. He's a 2/2 with Undying, and when he comes into the battlefield, the other player loses 2 life. I think it's just 2 life, yeah, when he enters the battlefield. But then he has Undying. So he enters the battlefield, your buddy loses 2 life, and they kill him. He has Undying, he comes back with a 1/1 counter on him, so he's now a 3/3, and your opponent loses another life, or another 2 life. So he's basically a guaranteed -4 health to whoever you're playing. And then the fact that you can have 4 of them, 4 times 4, that's 16 health if they kill all of them. And I mean, you can just I mean, you could just be mean and just attack with them, and then, you know, you're kind of forced to either block it or not. So just get these all mixed up nicely again. I apologize for my camera. It likes to keep changing focus, and it can't stay focused in one spot very well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has a standard hand, and I do recommend kind of drawing with your deck just to see what the displacement is, especially with your lands. Okay, so we got 2 lands. So for a first turn, you know, I'd play a swamp. Can't even do anything else. Well, next turn I'd be able to play him. So what do we got? We got murder already, so that's good. So another one of those, and Butcher Ghoul would go down. Next turn, another swamp. Could throw down, could enchant him. Another turn, another swamp. I must not have mixed these very well. I shouldn't be getting that many. But yeah, I would recommend going through and actually just testing out, just draw a bunch of starting hands, shuffle it up really good, and just see, you know, if you can get a fairly consistent draw every time between lands and creatures that you can play soon or quickly. That's usually pretty good. You know, if you're not seeing a lot of lands, you're gonna really want to probably swap some stuff out, maybe some more expensive stuff, maybe not, and try and get more lands in there. So I've got 2 this round, so I'd play 1. I think these guys 1. They're not. I don't think I have any cards that are 1. Forest, play one of them. What else do I got? I can play a corpse for now, get just something on the board. Another swamp, I could play this guy. Another forest. How many are there on here? Holy cow. Okay. I'm consistently drawing all of my lands. This is kind of odd. Just gonna shove them in there somewhere. Hopefully they get mixed up a little bit better. Obviously not doing a good job, but I'm managing to pull them out all the time. Otherwise, the only other thing would be that I need to reduce the lands, which I wouldn't mind, because I could get some more creatures in there and do some damage. Whoops, flipped it. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And they're upside down. 3 swamps. These are pretty good cards. Got my Vampire Nighthawk. We got, oh, those guys are coming out. Land is a little bit more scarce this time. Not too bad. I think I have enough to cast most everything. I'll just be a little bit slower. So yeah, that is how I build the deck, and I'll do another one just kind of organizing my sideboard here next. Other than that, really it's just a matter of knowing which cards you're going to want to use or possibly use, and build your deck. Only keep everything that you think is important. You know, 60 cards it's a lot, and it's not at the same time. And you're always, at least I am, I'm always struggling. Like, oh, I want this card and this card and this card, and I gotta get rid of them. So you gotta really figure out what works well in combination with the other cards in your deck and what you want. So, and then really you gotta make sure that you have enough lands. But you know, it's no point in. The last game I played, I think I had exactly 24, and I was like mid-game, and I was like, give me my big creatures, give me my big creatures, and I was just pulling land, and it was did not help at all. So hopefully these series of videos helped. Feel free to comment, subscribe. Yeah, any input you guys have, I'm going to try and get some more just probably deck text and actually just show you what cards I'm playing with, and they're all going to be general cards. Like I said, I have a lot of cards, but not a lot of like super rare cards. There are a lot of commons, uncommon, stuff like that. So like I said, hopefully it helped, and good luck. Thanks for watching.